Namaskar friends, this is NJ, your host on this channel. So friends, in this video we will have our discussion on this upcoming transit of planet Jupiter, which will happen on October 31st when Jupiter will make its move, its entry in the Leo sign, but for a brief period of time it is going to get conjunct with the planet Ketu as well. Now we know this thing that whenever Jupiter and Ketu comes together, it churns up the spiritual merits, like the way we say that the divine blessing, ancestral blessing, Kul Devta blessing tend to remain very much accessible. Along with that, a lot of the miracles, access to the hidden talents, dormant talents can also be possible whenever these two important energy comes together. So how it is going to be influencing you and which all are the important dates, any anushthan, any remedy, specific results, what does the classic say about it? So all of that we will try to understand in this short and crisp video, because I'm sure friends, the sooner we will be getting or the closer we will be getting to the actual transit dates, I will come up with some more insights on this transit. But for now, just because we have couple of days for this transit to happen, I will be just giving you a superficial overview idea of what to expect for this divine conjunction, which is going to be happening after many years. So friends, before we will start our discussion, we will first pray to Hindu god Lord Ganesha, who is the god of auspiciousness, good omens, and who presides over all the knowledge of mystic sciences known to humankind. So Om Vakratun Mahakaya Surya Koti Samprabha Nirvignam Kurumadeva Sarvakareshu Sarvada. We will also invoke the blessing of the Lord Vishnu. We will invoke the blessing of the Brahaspati Grah as well. So Om Brahm Brahaspate Namaha, Om Angir Sai Vidmahe Dandayudhai Dhimahi Tanno Jeev Prachodhyat. So now friends, just because whenever it comes down to the planet Jupiter, right? So I'm sure that whether you have very deep structured knowledge of Vedic astrology, or even if you follow any of the transit videos, you would be knowing this thing that Jupiter, which is considered as the Karaka of the significator of the second house, fifth house, seventh house, ninth house, 11th house, and these all are the houses where Jupiter's transit from the moon sign is considered as very auspicious. But just because many Vedic astrologers, they also narrate the results based on the like Murti Nirnay as well, like the transiting moon on that day specific. So I will be trying to include all those verticals, all those parameters as well, so that you can know what to expect with this transit of the planet Jupiter. So now friends, the very first is the important dates. So Jupiter will transit in the Leo on October 31st. On December 12th of 2026 only, it will turn retrograde, being in the Leo sign. On January 24th, 2027, in the same retrograde motion, it will transit back to the Cancer sign. On April 12th, 2027, it will again turn direct. And finally, eventually on June 25th, 2027, it will again enter the Leo sign. So that means this transit of the Jupiter in Leo in this first phase from October 31st till January 24th is going to be roughly of 85 days. Okay. Now, the second thing is about when we talk about what the other participant in this conjunction will be playing its part, right? So we know that Ketu is going to be in the Leo. It transited in this zodiac sign on May 18th, 2025, and it is going to be transiting here till December 5th, 2026, as per the mean node calculation. So that means this Jupiter and Ketu energy overlap in the Leo is going to be happening like the way we say from October 31st till December 5th, 2026. So for the 35 days, this conjunction is going to be happening in the boundaries of the Leo sign. Now friends, even if you want to understand that how this energy of Jupiter and Ketu in the Leo could be influencing an individual, so look at it in this way that we know that Ketu has got very inward kind of qualities, and Jupiter in itself represents blessing, and all the Sanchit karma resides in the Leo in the original Kal Purush Kundli fifth house. Why we say that the ninth house is the house of the divinity or the good luck or fortune? That in itself means that out of the storage of your karmas. The good karmas are generally get reciprocated or get accessible through the ninth house. But the storage, the storehouse of your karmas, of your sanchit karmas, somehow the poor punya is the fifth house, is the Leo zodiac sign. So generally it has been seen, like obviously friends, if you are doing something which is connected with we say art, entertainment, during this period of time there might be some very big banner, spiritual project or spiritual work could be released, some sort of epic kind of period drama could get released. This is also going to be the time when all those people who are going to be the chosen ones, like all those big breaks and opportunity and the promotion opportunity which will come to you, luck and the blessing will play a very significant role. So yes friends, when we talk about like being ruled by the right set of writers kind of leaders and heightened interest in astrology, in spirituality, in mantras, in chanting could be the theme in this period of time. Now, definitely, we will try to get into the customized side of it as well, but I just wanted to give you an overview. See, had it been the Cancer sign, then it has got more to do with the pure form of spirituality. But when we talk about the Leo, with Leo, there is a lot of the elegance and the we say this thing that how much like aura, allure, and elegance you have, your charisma we generally attach with the Leo. Power, power centers are generally attached with the Leo. Entertainment business is attached with the Leo. So that is the only reason when Jupiter and Ketu will come together. So like the way priest and the rishis will be anointing the right set of leader. This could be looked at this way. Now, friends, now the Murti Nirnay, which I was talking about, I actually wanted to include this because had I just talked about that Jupiter's transit from the moon sign on the second house, fifth house, seventh house, ninth house, 11th house is considered as good, that could have been suffice, but just because many of the like Vedic astrologers who are very much followed by the Vedic astrology community, they always take into consideration the Murti Nirnay. So I thought in this specific discussion, I will include that as well. So friends, this Murti Nirnay concept is very, very simple. All what you have to do is that you have to give consideration to the day of the actual transit. So generally when it comes down to the Murti Nirnay, we use it for the karmic planets or slow moving planets, especially like Jupiter and Saturn. So the way I mentioned, Jupiter is going to be shifting signs. It is going to be entering in the Leo on October 31st. Now on October 31st, the transiting moon is going to be in the Gemini sign. Okay, so let me make it very clear. There are a couple of steps over here. Step number one is when that specific transit in consideration is happening. So we got to know transit of Jupiter in Leo is happening on October 31st. Step number two, on that specific day, which zodiac sign moon is transiting. So moon on that day is transiting in the Gemini sign. Now the third step is that based on your natal moon sign. Now, don't get confused with the ascendant. Based on your natal moon sign. So, all what you have to do is that from your moon sign, where the transiting moon of that day, where the Gemini sign is falling. So, that's very simple. If, let's say, for example, if from your natal birth moon, the transiting moon on that specific day, which is Gemini, if it is falling in the first house, you being a Gemini moon in itself, or in the fifth house, 11th house, then it is a gold swan murti for you, which is considered as very, very auspicious. Now, if from your natal moon sign, on that day, October 31st, moon is in the Gemini. If Gemini from your natal moon is falling in the second, sixth, or the ninth, then it is the silver, like the Rajat Murti transit for you. So we say that it is going to be good for you, right? Now, third, when we talk about the bronze, so from your birth moon sign, if Gemini sign where moon is transiting on that day is falling in the third, seventh, 10th, it is considered as neutral. And if from your natal birth moon sign, if Gemini is falling in the fourth house, eighth house, 12th house, then it is going to be the Law Murti transit for you. So many astrologers say that it is not going to be very auspicious, very good. But again, that is a statement which can be reserved for planet like Saturn. When we talk about planet Jupiter, Jupiter only has goodness to follow, goodness to offer, goodness to give. So even if it is not going to be as bright, auspicious, or benevolent as gold, it is not going to be harsh and vindictive or like bad for you, brutal for you. So don't have to worry about it. But yes, if it is going to be the Lohamurti transit for you, and from the other parameters as well, it is not going to be very auspicious transit for you, then you have to do the remedies like through the chanting, mantra, donation, dev darshan, pilgrimage. You can definitely like reinforce the Jupiterian energy in your chart. Again, friends, I did not waste my time in giving the benefits or reminding you or counting or mentioning the benefic side of Jupiter. We all know this thing that all of the auspiciousness in our life comes from the planet Jupiter. Getting married to the right partner, childbirth, business growth, opportunities, promotion, happiness, celebration in the family, respect in the society, good health, happiness, contented life, everything, all sort of goodness which can be found, which can be seen in the world is all Jupiter. So that goes without any saying that Jupiter is important, and this transit is specifically very important. Okay. Now, friends, briefly we will look at based on all the zodiac signs how it is going to be influencing you. Now, friends, over here let's look at it in this way. When we talk about the Murti Nirnay, right, then you can also take into consideration if you are Aries moon or the this could be your moon sign. But the when we talk about the actual house, so here I will be giving more focus emphasis on the ascendant. So I hope it is going to be clear for you, and I'm sure a lot of the people who are regular viewers and like astrology followers and all, so they always ensure to listen to any discussion both from their ascendant and the moon sign. Same is the way which I also do whenever I'm trying to assess any transit for my personal life as well. I listen to it both from my ascendant and my moon sign as well. Okay, friends, now let's start for the Aries natives. So, friends, beyond any doubt, for the Aries native, we know this thing that the transit of Jupiter from the second house, fifth house, seventh house, ninth house, 11th house is considered as very good. And Ketu is going to be here as well. Rahu is already transiting in your 11th house. So, this will actually churn out a lot of your good karmas, your spiritual merits. And like if let's say for example you are a strong contender for any promotion, you are an artist, or any major career change is getting applicable in your case, you have to write an important competitive exam, you have interest in astrology, mantra, chanting, you are in any sort of consulting business, this is going to be a very very auspicious time for you. Like many hidden talents will come onto the surface regarding which you do not have any idea. Second thing is that, friends, like obviously if for example you are a Aries moon, right, so that means the transiting moon on October 31st is going to be in the Gemini. So that means it is going to be as per the Murti Nirnay, it is going to be the bronze, the Kasya Murti for you. So it is also neutral, but as per the actual house, the fifth house is considered as very strong, very good. So overall, it is going to be very good transit for the Aries native. And friends, specifically, if I were to only focus on this brief period of time when Jupiter and Ketu are going to be conjunct, right? So the conjunction hits your house of intellect, past life merits, poor punya, and children. Jupiter expands your creative insight, but Ketu brings a sudden detachment from romantic illusions or speculative gambles. You may feel a deep urge to learn ancient scripts, astrology, or complex technical skills, shifting away from superficial hobbies. And I can assure you, if any childbirth will happen in your family in this period of time, this could be a case that the childbirth is happening because of the Kul Devata's blessing, or some departed ancestor only is being reborn in the family. So, okay, friends, now after this, let's move to the Taurus. So, friends, for the Taurus native, as you can see that Jupiter is going to be transiting in your fourth house. Now, friends, when we talk about the fourth house transit of the planet Jupiter, so the way I mentioned, the classics have appreciated it more in the second house, fifth house, seventh house, ninth house, 11th house. It is not considered as like bad or vulnerable, which could be the third house, which we call as the Mandakaraka Avastha, sixth house, eighth house, and all. But when we talk about the happiness, feel good factor, celebration in the family, or like some divine projects or divine like the anushthan and the rituals being organized in the house, in the family. So regarding that, it is considered as very good. And because Ketu is also there, so during this time, if any anushthan will happen, we say that a lot of the times, friends, I come from a background where all those pujas, part used to be a regular phenomena in my family, in my house. But there are like those occasions when you get any anushthan done and the result comes very fast. Everyone get that positive, divine, feel good kind of feeling, right? So this is going to be one such time when Ketu and Jupiter are going to be together here. And if any relocation happens during this time, it is going to be much more in your favor. I can say this thing. So friends, and when we talk about the Murti Nirnay, so let's say for example, if Taurus is your moon sign, right? So that means on October 31st, the moon is going to be transiting in the Gemini. So as per the Murti Nirnay, it is going to be happening in your second house. That means it is going to be the Rajat Murti for you, which is considered as good. And the actual house transit of the Jupiter, as per that, if you are Taurus ascendant, it is going to be happening in the fourth house. So that is again considered as good, especially if you are very spiritual and like you are a very intuitive kind of person, or you are a very family oriented person, you are a farmer, you are into like agriculture, dairy, business and all. So it is going to be very auspicious time for you. And friends, when we talk about specifically for this Ketu and Jupiter combination perspective, right? So you can look at it in this way that this will activate your house of home, comforts, and emotional peace. This transit will bring a profound shift. Jupiter stabilize your inner heart, but Ketu's presence can make you feel detached from your physical dwelling or birthplace. So it is a brilliant time for spiritual practice or meditation at home, though you must guard against minor misunderstandings regarding ancestral properties or your mother's health. Now, friends, when we talk about the Gemini natives, so friends, for the Gemini natives, Jupiter is going to be transiting in the third house, where it is going to be getting conjunct with Ketu. So, friends, many Vedic astrologers call it as the Mandakaraka Avastha of the planet Jupiter, but a lot is dependent on which zodiac sign it is going to be transiting. See, when we talk about the third house has got that sort of ambition, drive, competitive spirit attached to it. And Jupiter not that hustle kind of planet, which could be the domain of the Rahu, which could be the domain of the planet Mars. Jupiter wants to be honored and recognized for its knowledge, its wisdom, its virtues, right? It's not in a hoard to prove itself. So, but third house demands that. That is the only reason Jupiter kind of find or feel itself in a very dried up kind of situation, Mandakaraka Avastha kind of position. But friends, obviously, if you are in sales, media, marketing, it still hold this potential to generate some opportunity for you. Ketu's already transiting over here. See, the thing is, Jupiter is about to enter and Ketu is almost getting done with this house. So I mean to say, if Ketu has denied you or made you devoid of any opportunity, Jupiter can suddenly unlock those opportunities. So there is going to be high possibility of that. And again, friends, the way I mentioned this thing, if you are a sales, media, marketing professional, anything connected with publishing or anything connected with preaching and all, religious, priestly work and all. So for those people, this is going to be a very beneficial time. See, the thing is, in the normal times, even if you are perceived as a very influential, convincing speaker, Ketu will add that divine charm, that depth in your communication, that your audience is going to be mesmerized with your speech, with your communication, with your self expression. And along with that, friends, just because if I were to give attention to this combined effect of Jupiter and Ketu, so all what I can say is that occurring in your house of courage, communication, and short travels, this energy alters how you connect with others. You will find yourself cutting through the noise, losing interest in superficial networking, and focusing heavily on writing, training, or absorbing deep, unfiltered knowledge. Be patient with younger siblings as Ketu can cause emotional distance here. So, friends, as per the Murti Nirnay, it is going to be happening in the first house. If your natal moon sign is Gemini on October 31st, moon is going to be transiting in the Gemini. So that means it is going to be the gold Swan Murti transit for you. Even the actual house is not that bad. So I would say that it holds this potential to bring good results in your life. Now, friends, when we talk about the Cancer, so friends, for the Cancer natives, Jupiter is going to be transiting in your second house. So we know this thing that the transit of the Jupiter from the second, fifth, seventh, ninth, 11th is considered as very good. Whether we talk about activating your your virtues or financial opportunities or happiness, celebration in the kutumb, in the family, all of that is possible. And just because Ketu is also over here, so it will add that depth in your speech, or some because of the ancestral blessing, or this could be the Kul Devta blessing, some opportunities which will create this occasion of celebration in the family. So all of that is going to be possible. And like the way I mentioned, if you're already working as a financial expert, you're already working as a priest, as a motivational speaker, as a publisher, writer, it is definitely going to be very good transit for you. So friends, if I were to only give attention to the this combined energy of Jupiter and Ketu, which we discussed, is going to be influencing you from October 31st till December 5th, right? Because after that, Ketu will move to your first house. So it is telling about that as your ruling planets um, exalted Jupiter, like I would say, because it gets exalted in your first house, right? It moves into your house of accumulated wealth and speech. So your financial perspective will shift during this time. While Jupiter will bring opportunities for wealth expansion, Ketu demands a massive detox of your spending habits and dietary routines. You will speak with a rare, blunt wisdom. Just ensure your detachment doesn't sound cold to the immediate family members. And friends, let's say for example, if Cancer is your moon sign, that means as per the Murti Nirnay, um, on that day, October 31st, moon is going to be in the Gemini. So that means it is going to be the law Murti transit for you. So yes, my recommendation in this period of time, do some pilgrimages. Otherwise it can create some unnecessary expenses as well. But the actual house, it's going to be, so the thing is, the theme which I'm seeing for the Cancer native is that there's a high possibility money will be spent, but on good reasons, where you spend the money on family, the whole family enjoy, celebrate, rejoice. So it's going to be that nature of expenses which will bring happiness and good memories in the family. Now, friends, when we talk about the Leo, so friends, for the Leo, Jupiter is going to be transiting in their first house. Ketu and Rahu in this axis they have been doing a lot in their first house and the seventh house. Saturn is already there in the eighth house. Now, the only sigh of relief during this period of time is going to be the Jupiter's entry in the first house. And Jupiter Ketu together, it's like a guru and a fakir. Their blessing is going to be impacting, influencing their life. So all what I can say is that, friends, if let's say for example your life has lately been very topsy turvy, this could be a public image, your career, your personal relationship. So this is going to be a sigh of relief for you with major comeback, or comeback kind of opportunities will be experienced, where we say that luck, fortune, blessing will play a very very significant role. And let's say for example, matching with this transit, if you're also running some favorable dasha, this is going to be the time where you can have massive rise, lifetime opportunities. So friends, the combined effect of Jupiter and Ketu from October 31st till December 5th is going to be, see, this is a massive personal reset right on your head. So with the Yuti sitting in your first house of self and identity, your ego is undergoing an absolute refinement. Jupiter grants a huge protective glow, deep wisdom, and an aura of authority, while Ketu strictly dissolves your personal pride. So you might radically change your appearance, your daily disciplines, or how you project yourself to the world, trading flashiness for raw, quiet competence. So friends, as per the Murti Nirnay, if I were to say, Jupiter is going to be, if Leo is your moon sign, even if it is ascendant, the transiting moon on that day, on October 31st, is going to be in the Gemini. So that means, as per the Murti Nirnay, it is going to be the 11th house, like the gold, the Swan Murti transit for you. And the actual house is also the first. So friends, you somehow fall in the gold category only. So that means, and we know this thing that when Ketu gets involved, it's the blessing, it's the nature. The whole omens and the nature is aligned, is working in your favor. So the wind will sail in your favor. And if you're running some favorable dasha and you are right now in that stage where you are about to take some important decision, so life will support you in maximum avenues: childbirth, marriage, career, growth, or political opportunities, growth opportunities, financial opportunities, and all. So it's going to be very, very benefic transit for the Leo natives. Try to make the best out of it. Now, friends, when we talk about the Virgo natives, so friends, for the Virgo natives, Jupiter is going to be transiting in your 12th house. So we know this thing that the transit of Jupiter in the 12th house might be good for the pilgrimage, spirituality, out of the body, astral kind of experiences and all. With the element of Ketu, the kind of experiences you can have in this period of time, you cannot even imagine, you cannot even visualize. Because I always say, see, spirituality is something, it has more to do with the internal observation, awareness, chetana, anubhuti. These are the Hindi words you have to understand. I cannot just explain everything to you, or any saint can just in preaching can give you the value importance of it. But if you actually want to taste it, you have to undergo through certain processes. And the beauty is that if you have 12th house Jupiter, Ketu, that too in the Leo, so the omens and the nature, or nature in itself supports you. I always say this thing that the beauty of the 12th house is that it's a pet line which I always use, that the door opens from the other side. With 8th house, 5th house, we do all the omens, we do all the rituals, and we try to please the energy, right? But the actual manifestation happens from the 12th, where the door opens from the other side, and you have a very strong forces aligned and working in your favor with this element and energy of Jupiter Ketu. So my recommendation for Virgo natives, you get a chance for attending any retreat, do that. Go for any pilgrimage, do that. Attend any Vipassana or chakra meditation courses and something. Visiting any meditation center, ashram, guru ashram, do that, because the experiences which you will have during this time, they are going to be lifetime. That's all what I can say, lifetime. So friends, if I were to only talk about from October 31st till December 5th, when Jupiter and Ketu are going to be together, so this is arguably the most profoundly spiritual placement for the Guru Ketu conjunction, hitting your house of liberation, foreign spaces, and the subconscious. Your dream state and intuitive faculties will skyrocket. It is an extraordinary time for physical detoxification, quiet retreats, and letting go of old psychological baggage. Financially, keep a tight grip on expenses, as unexpected, unforced spending can occur. And friends, as per the Murti Nirnay, if Virgo is your moon sign or even the ascendant, the October 31st transit day, moon is going to be in the Gemini. That means it's going to be the 10th house, the bronze, the Kasya Murti, which is considered as neutral. The actual house transit of Jupiter is in the 12th house, which is considered as not very good. So again, friends, it has got more to do with the spiritual merits, awareness, conscious awareness. So try to make best use out of it. That's all what I can say. Any pilgrimage, any charity, any rituals you will perform, you will get quick result of that, and the awareness aspect is going to be very strong during this time. Now friends, when we talk about the Libra, so friends, for the Libra, Jupiter is going to be transiting in the 11th house. So second house, fifth house, 7th, ninth, 11th transit of Jupiter is always considered as very good. Along with that, friends, the thing is, if you will go by or just focus on the dates from October 31st till December 5th, when Jupiter and Ketu are going to be conjunct, it's like from your 11th house, Guru and the Fakir blessing, the nature and omens are giving you blessing for your wish fulfillment, right? I recently had a session with Prash Trivedi ji on the importance of the 11th house. So unless and until if your wishes and your desires are not aligned for the collective good, um, those wish can be self-afflicting as well, self-harming as well. But when you have planets like Jupiter and Ketu, they aligned your mind, your consciousness, your visualization, your vision, your desires, which are going to be healthy and very constructive for you. And many growth opportunities, and people who generally enter in your life, they have that Jupiter and Ketu kind of aura. So again, it's not like that suddenly opportunity will fall on your lap. People will come in your life who will bring many opportunities for you. That's what I'm trying to say. So friends, especially from October 31st till December 5th period of time, so this transit will lands you in your house of gains, social network, and elder siblings. Jupiter brings excellent opportunities for financial fulfillment, but Ketu completely filters your social circle. You will find yourself stepping away from large superficial crowds or groups that feed the ego, choosing instead to align with a few deeply purposeful individuals who share your core mission. And also, friends, as per the Murti Nirnay, so Jupiter is going to be in the ninth house. That means um, the actual transit of the Jupiter is in the 11th, but just because if Libra is your moon sign and all, so on that specific day, October 31st, moon is going to be transiting in the Gemini. So if Libra is your moon sign on October 31st, when Jupiter will enter in the Leo, moon is going to be in the Gemini. So that means the Murti Nirnay, as per Murti Nirnay, it's impacting your ninth house. Gemini is falling in the ninth house, which happened to be the Kansya, the bronze, the Kansya Murti transit, which is considered as neutral. But the actual house, 11th house transit, is considered as very beneficial. So yes, friends, that's all what I can say. Although I never recommend people to go to temple or any satsang or any meditation center with any networking mindset, because when you go to those places, you shall only be thinking about elevation, spiritual elevation, and divine mantra chanting. But when you have Jupiter Ketu in the 11th house, you never know that you might go to a spiritual retreat or religious pilgrimage or retreat, and you might encounter or run into someone very influential, prominent, and it might also help you with some financial opportunities or networking opportunities as well. All of that is possible. Overall, a good transit. Ketu and Jupiter combined energy will churn out many of your wishes, desires, especially where you are a suited candidate, where you have earned that. With Jupiter and Ketu, it all comes down to that whether you have earned it or not. It's not like that Rahu, where it is going to deceive and make its way to get something or usurp something. With Jupiter Ketu, you have already earned it, and it's Ketu. If not in this lifetime, maybe in some other lifetime. Ketu has a track of all of your lifetimes, all of your birth. Okay, friends, now when we move to the Scorpio. So, friends, for the Scorpio, now what is going to be happening, Jupiter is going to be transiting in your like 10th house. So friends, like if I were to go by the Murti Nirnay explanation, right? So it's very simple. If Scorpio is your moon sign or even the ascendant, on October 31st when Jupiter will transit, on that day moon is going to be in the Gemini. So that means that Gemini energy falls in your 8th house. So that means it is going to be the Loha Murti transit for you, 8th house, right? And if I were to talk about the actual house, then it is going to be transiting in your 10th house. Leo is in the 10th. So that means it has got neutral kind of result attached to you. But we cannot overlook this thing that Jupiter is a very important planet which rules your finance house and your intellect and Pur Punya house. And because it is going to be an influence of the Ketu as well. So major deep churning can happen during this time, where we can say this thing that something could get uprooted, a new plantation in your career could happen. There's a high possibility of that. See, friends, you have to understand this thing. Ketu Rahu transit, like this was supposed to be 1.5 year, like right, almost 18 months, right? And now it is Ketu is almost at the end. Rahu Ketu axis will shift on December 5th. So that means if Ketu has not brought any major change in your life, in your career, this is going to be the time. But because Jupiter is ensuring a protection, so whatsoever change is imminent, it will be for your good, I can assure you. And friends, the dates from December 31st, I'm sorry, from October 31st till December 5th if I were to mention what this combined energy of Jupiter and Ketu is going to be influencing you, so we can say that sitting in your house of career, public standing, and karma, this conjunction creates a fascinating dynamic at work. Jupiter expands your leadership capabilities, bringing respect from authority figures. Simultaneously, Ketu makes you utterly indifferent to corporate politics or empty praise. You will want your professional output to mean something deeper, focusing strictly on high integrity execution rather than just chasing the titles. Now, friends, when we talk about the Sagittarius natives, so friends, for the Sagittarius natives, because Jupiter is your ascendant lord, your sign lord, as per the Murti Nirnay, it is going to be because on October 31st, when Jupiter will make its shift, Moon is going to be transiting in the Gemini sign on that day. So that means if Sagittarius is your moon sign or ascendant, on that specific day, the Gemini energy falls in your seventh house. So, as per the Murti Nirnay, this is the Kansya, the bronze Murti transit for you, which is considered as neutral. And the actual house transit of Jupiter is going to be happening in the ninth house. So that means it has something good in store for you. And because the Ketu is also involved. So divine blessing, ancestral blessing, Kul Devata blessing, major concerns of career, travel, immigration, book publishing could get materialized in this period of time. And the way I mentioned, there are like certain transit when you undergo any pilgrimage, perform any ritual, the results come very fast. So this could be that specific period for you because Ketu is churning your Bhagya Sthana, which is a very important house. So now friends, all what I can say for this transit for you, especially focusing on this video's title, which is about combined Jupiter Ketu impact from October 31st till December 5th, right? When they are going to be conjunct together. So that means with your ruling planet Jupiter moving into your house of higher dharma, luck, and long journey to join Ketu, a massive paradigm shift is underway. Your belief system are transforming. You might question dogmatic or rigid traditions. You might question dogmatic or rigid traditions, seeking the raw underlying spiritual truth instead. It is an exceptional window for higher training, mentoring others, or traveling to quite historically significant places. So, let's say, for example, you wanted to write a book and you don't get time because when you are in your house, within your city, friends bothering you, some other distraction. So, just take a retreat or go to a quite historically significant place where you can get that motivation as well, so which will guide you. So but again friends, during this time a lot of the work of yours or your life will be guided by the higher powers. I can assure you this thing. This combined energy of guru and a fakir of nature, the forces of nature, is not like something which can be undermined. It's once in a lifetime kind of transit. And let's say for example, if in any capacity you are in a life crossroad, 36, 28, 42 years of the age, your dasha sandhi is going on, or very auspicious planetary dasha is running, you're about to take or venture into something very new or invest into something new, so stars will support you. There's a high possibility. Now, friends, when we talk about the Capricorn, so friends, for the Capricorn natives, as you can see this thing, the very first is the Murti Nirnay, which is very simple. That means that if Capricorn is your moon sign or ascendant, on that specific day of transit, October 31st, when Jupiter will enter Leo, moon on that day is going to be in the Gemini. So we have to see where the Gemini sign falls. If Capricorn is your moon sign, so it falls in the sixth house. That means it is going to be the Rajat Murti, silver Murti transit for you. So that means it is considered as good. And second thing is that because Jupiter is going to be actually transiting in the eighth house and it is going to be getting conjunct with Ketu as well. So see friends, a lot is dependent on your life activities right now. Let's say for example, if you are invested in occult, psychology, research, or anything connected with like joint resources and all, any investigation kind of nature of work and all, so this could be a time of blessing for you. If you're already doing some sadhana, some meditative practices, writing a book, doing a research on that, so I mean to say omens will guide you. For in the dark, see friends, eighth house is the house is the cremation ground. It's the house of the dead. It is the house of the darkness. All the mental anguish and the traumas, hidden, repressed memories reside over here. But the positive side of this house is that this is the house of miracle. This is the house of your longevity. This is the house of your strong intuition. Sudden lottery win, sudden inheritance, sudden opportunity generally comes from over here. And I've been saying this thing repeatedly. With Rahu, we can masquerade. But when it comes down to planets like Jupiter and Ketu, you have earned it. If Ketu is involved, it has a track of your past many lifetimes, information of your deeds from not this lifetime but past many lifetimes. And again, friends, if you are doing something which involves like magic, illusion, performance and all, so this is going to be beneficial transit for you. So friends, all what I can say is that for the Capricorn natives, especially focusing on this period of time from October 31st till December 5th, when Jupiter and Ketu are going to be conjunct. So, occurring in your house of transformation, sudden shift, and hidden signs, this is a highly intense esoteric transit. Ketu naturally loves the 8th house investigative depth, and Jupiter brings the light of wisdom to it. You will find yourself effortlessly pulling back the layers on complex problems, psychology, or occult subjects. Keep a close eye on joint finances or shared assets, ensuring transparent communication. Now, friends, when we talk about the Aquarius natives, so friends, for the Aquarius natives, is if I were to go by the Murti Nirnay, that means um, if Aquarius is your moon sign or ascendant, on October 31st, when Jupiter will move into the Leo sign, on that specific day, Moon is going to be transiting in the Gemini sign. So that means Gemini energy falls in your fifth house. That means it is a gold Swarna Murti transit for you. And the actual house of the transit of the Jupiter is going to be the seventh house as well. You know this thing that second house, fifth house, seventh house, ninth house, 11th house transit of Jupiter, whether from the moon or ascendant, is considered as good. So I mean to say Aquarius natives are in any case from all avenues and directions, they seems to be profiting a lot in this transit of planet Jupiter. So friends, we know this thing because Rahu and Ketu have been transiting in your first and seventh house, right? So whenever Rahu Ketu shift happens or their axis is first or seventh, whether Aquarius is your ascendant or moon sign, major life transformation happens. Now the good thing is that once Jupiter will come over here, it will show you the optimism that why you you had a breakup with someone, why you are not able to get along with people, even in the business. Lately, there have been some misunderstandings, loopholes. So now Jupiter will bring that Midas touch or divine touch to it. Many opportunities will come. And again, friends, Jupiter Ketu, see, I come from a culture, from a era where, like, even in the shopkeepers, I used to observe that even if a wandering cow will come, a wandering mendicant or sadhu will come, shopkeeper will ensure to give something to him to get their blessing. So that is what is important, when you have Jupiter and Ketu, because seventh house, it does not only tell about your marriage or about the business, it also tells about all the public encounters we have, sudden public encounters we have. You would not believe how many times it has happened that suddenly people have walked to me and they have said, hey, you will have the knowledge of mystical sciences, you seems to be devotee of Shiva, much before than even when I started my YouTube channel. I mean to say, when you have Jupiter and Ketu, so very enlightened and elevated kind of people have their eyes on you. Why we say this thing that people who have influence of Rahu on the moon, Saturn on the moon is not good? Because they are very prone to evil eye, right? A lot many times you would have heard people saying, oh, my daughter was very good, she was very bright, but just because there was a very ill reputed guy who had affair with my daughter, and then her grades fell and she lost her track. So why you were not able to attract goodness, good opportunities, good people? Why you ended up attracting wrong people, misaligned people to you? It was all the game plan of Rahu and Saturn which created that evil eye kind of energy around you. But when you have, and why we say that Gaj Kesari Yoga is one of the best yoga, because your moon is in the influence of the Brahaspati, positivity, positive people, positive blessing, positive moments. So when you have Jupiter and Ketu in the seventh house, so generally the random public encounters people have, they're like very auspicious. That's what I'm trying to say. So friends, especially focusing on this period of time from October 31st till December 5th, when Jupiter and Ketu are going to be conjunct, because after December 5th, as per mean node calculation, Ketu will shift to the Cancer, right? So in this period of time, this conjunction will activate your house of partnership, public interaction, and marriage. Jupiter protects the core of your commitments and can bring highly wise, spiritually grounded people into your orbit. However, Ketu's presence warns against expecting your partner or associates to feed your ego. Relationships thrive right now when built on shared values, intellectual space, and mutual independence rather than codependency. And lastly, friends, when we talk about the Pisces, so friends, for the Pisces people as well, as per the Murti Nirnay, is if Pisces is your moon sign or your ascendant, so that means on October 31st, when Jupiter will transit to the Leo, on that specific day, moon is going to be transiting in the Leo. So if Pisces is your ascendant or moon sign, but the Gemini, again I repeat, I'm sorry if I misinterpreted things. Again I will repeat, if Pisces is your ascendant or moon sign, the Murti Nirnay calculation is very simple. On the actual day of the transit on October 31st, when Jupiter will move to the Leo, on that specific day, moon is going to be transiting in the Gemini sign. So that means Gemini, if Pisces is your ascendant or moon, falls in your fourth house. Now if that is happening, that means it is going to be the Loha Murti transit for you, right? The fourth house transit. And the second thing is that actual transit house of the Jupiter, that is also going to be the sixth, where it is going to be conjunct with Ketu. So that means, friends, for the Pisces natives, there's going to be slight challenges and difficulties which you have to deal with, especially when we talk about like a lot of the benefic qualities of the planet Jupiter might be exhausted in dealing with the challenges, competition. This could be the health concern. It is going to be good in this regard that if you want to come up with a debt plan, any of the debt or loan liability you are dealing with, it could be helpful over there. But again, we want to have Jupiter in the houses where it gives us more opportunity, growth, and chances to grow. But when Jupiterian energy gets struck in the sixth house and with the influence of the Ketu, it gets exhausted more in the protection rather than reinforcement. So I mean to say, friends, all what I can say, doing seva will be very important if you will get a chance to honor or like offer any voluntary work in temples, religious places, meditation centers, hospitals. It is going to be very good for you. So, especially focusing on the dates from October 31st till December 5th, when Jupiter and Ketu are going to be together, because after December 5th, as per the mean node calculation, Ketu will move to the Cancer, right? So from October 31st till December 5th, Jupiter Ketu. So or what I can say that your ruling planet will move into your house of daily routine, obstacles, and health. Jupiter act as a major shield here, giving you the upper hand over hidden adversities or competition. Ketu helps you completely cut out toxic habits, assisting you in redefining your fitness, nutrition, and daily recovery routines. The key is to avoid over analyzing minor conflicts. Use your natural intuition to bypass unnecessary debates. So, friends, the underlying takeaway is that this transit is not about losing your power, it's about purifying it. Lean into the lessons you are learning during your rigorous routines right now. This planetary shift is mirroring that exact same theme of shedding the non essential to build raw, unshakable internal strength. And friends, at the end, if I were to give the summary of this whole Murti Nirnay discussion, so all what I can say is that it definitely looks like to be very good for the Gemini, Leo, and Aquarius. It seems to be good for Taurus, Libra, and Capricorn. Again, see, when it comes down to Jupiter, we cannot say something like bad or very bad. I'm so sorry. I have to change this. I do not know why I forgot, and the slide was downloaded in a similar way. Bad has to be replaced with neutral, and very bad has to be again replaced with efforts, more efforts. Okay, but when we talk about Aries, Virgo, Sagittarius, it is going to be neutral for them. So if you want to extract the results from this Jupiter, you have to keep on putting efforts. Again, when I say neutral, many people look forward to Jupiter's transit more for the financial opportunities perspective. But it is neutral, but it might be very beneficial for you, especially when we talk about from the spiritual potential perspective. Yes, for the Aries, it's the fourth house. For the Virgo friends, it is going to be the 12th house. And even for the Sagittarius, it is going to be the 8th house, the Moksha triangle, right? So it has some other thing to offer to you. You cannot measure it in tangible financial values. It has something else to offer it to you in this transit, which is going to be lifetime. And when we talk about the Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces, so again, friends, I just purely went to the Murti Nirnay concept and other calculations. So these people, especially the time period when Jupiter is going to be the influence of Ketu as well, doing the donation, charity, chanting, feeding the dogs, or this could be like, offering the Durva, Modak in Lord Ganesha's temple will be very beneficial for you. So again, friends, this was just a overview because we still have a few weeks for this transit to happen. So I will come up with more elaborative discussions where I will also cover like the different aspects of the planet Jupiter as well. Jupiter has got fifth aspect, seventh aspect, ninth aspect. So how it is going to be influencing you, and along with that, its nakshatra movement, how other planets are going to be contributing. Like because obviously if Jupiter Ketu are meeting in the Leo, so what Sun is doing, the dispositor is doing. So then I will come up with a consolidated discussion on that. But in this video, I just wanted to talk about right now when I'm recording this video, Moon is in the Scorpio. So I actually wanted to go to the depth and especially wanted to give highlight to this window when Jupiter and Ketu jointly are going to be giving you results. So I hope friends you find this video informational. So thanks a lot for watching it.